Nicholls. They are ready here in Eugene for the college football season. Week number 1 on a beautiful Saturday afternoon as number 3 Oregon hosts Nicholls here in the first game of the college football season in the Northwest. And hello everybody, Justin Kutcher alongside the captain of the 1996 national champion Florida Gators, James Bates. And James, everyone knows the story here in Oregon by now. Chip Kelly, he has moved on to the NFL. Mark Helfrich is the new coach. The big question is, what changes with the offense, if anything?
If anything. When you've averaged over 47 points a game on offense the last 3 years, you don't need to change much but the uniforms each week. And by the way, they're all white looking like stormtroopers running out here today. But there are some changes, most notably, who will call this game. It's Scott Frost. He's been here. There are 8 of 10 assistants that carry over from the last staff. They've all been here a long time, but now it's an offensive coordinator calling the game up in the box, Scott Frost, instead of Chip Kelly down on the sideline.
Okay, now as far as their opponent, it's Nicholls, a team that their head coach, Charlie Stubbs, says is the best he's had in his last 4 years because they returned 22 players, starters.
Well, last night on Fox Sports 1, we all watched North Dakota State upset Kansas State. Hopefully the Colonels were watching as well. Anything can happen. This is a fresh new season and a lot of juice in this team. And I thought this was supposed to be a fun network. That wasn't very much fun for the Kansas State Wildcats, was it?
Well, I tell you what, the fans have been having a lot of fun, and it's just beginning. It's week 1, the Oregon Ducks at Autzen Stadium. It's become one of the go-to places in college football. It's number 3 Oregon against Nicholls, and it's coming up next.
When you talk to Oregon's coaches about how they view their opponents on a week-in, week-out basis, they will tell you that their opponents to them are faceless opponents. And all that means for Oregon is that no matter who they're playing against, they're going to play their game. And their game is playing fast and scoring a lot of points. For Nicholls, it's all about deception today, guys, because that's the only shot they have to be competitive. They're going to have to use trick plays on offense in the form of reverses, double reverse passes, and on defense, they're going to have to be deceptive as well. Up to you, Justin.
All right, well, Charlie Stubbs, the head coach, he's also the offensive coordinator. He'll be calling all those trick plays, taking on number 3 Oregon. And their head coach, his first game, Mark Helfrich, the last 4 years as the offensive coordinator. Oregon will receive, and Nicholls wants no part of DeAnthony Thomas. Instead, it's Keenan Lowe. And Lowe will take it up past the 35-yard line. The impact players in this one.
Well, now, Justin, they have no choice but to get themselves some DeAnthony Thomas. There he is, impact player. Of course, every 8.5 times he touches the ball, he scores a touchdown. Colt Lyerla, possibly the best tight end in the nation. The safeties, 2 seniors in Virginal and Lumar. So important to get this defense lined up all day long, and so important not to give up the big play. They are the last line of defense.
Josh Huff in motion on first down. It's Mariota. Mariota will throw to Huff. And Huff down the sideline. A couple of flags come flying in.
There is no foul for an illegal man downfield. The pass was touched behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
On 2nd and 2. It's DeAnthony Thomas on the carry. And Thomas has the first down across midfield, tackled by Ronald Tyler.
And you can't make a play on DeAnthony Thomas a lot of times on your toes, let alone not athletic.
It's Thomas again. And Thomas will pick up a couple of yards.
Eddie Udo, another big nose tackle that's really got to have a big day there in the interior.
On 2nd and 8, Mariota to pass. Completes the pass far sideline. Nice play by Braylon Addison to make a guy miss. Has a first down, a 15-yard play.
There with a 5-yard gain.
Mariota with plenty of time. Mariota now will run with it. Down the sideline. Mariota gets pushed out of bounds. And again, Oregon not wasting any time. On 1st and goal, it's Thomas. And Thomas gets in. Touchdown Ducks.
Most of their touchdowns coming in a really tough go for the Colonel defense. A couple times they felt like they had them stopped. A play extends, and then they get you and come and snap it right away. Nobody was set in an easy touchdown.
Alejandro Maldonado for the extra point. 7-0 Oregon. Taken at the 4-yard line by Fortson. Fortson making a couple of guys miss. A good return as he gets back up to the 27. James, how about the impact players on this side of the ball?
Well, you'll take that right there. On this side of the football, Marcus Washington and Damon Bolt are the playmakers on this offense. When it's there, they got to get it, and they've got to take care of that football. And how about Ifo and Terrence? Ifo, Ekpre, Olomu, and Terrence Mitchell, probably the best corner tandem in the nation, and they've got a secondary all across the board, safeties as well, that are dynamite.
Marcus Washington in the backfield on first down. Bo Hebert, the quarterback. A play action rollout, and his pass is incomplete, intended for Washington. His father, Bobby Hebert. On 2nd and 10, it's Hebert keeping it, nowhere to go, gets hit in the backfield. Hebert's pass is tipped, incomplete. Tipped by Taylor Hart in a 3-and-out forced on the first defensive possession of the game for Will punts. Braylon Addison is back deep. Addison a chance to return, and he gets hit.
Colonels, it's not going to be easy, but you can't beat the Colonels. Don't turn it over against a team that led the nation in turnover margin last year and getting back to cruising altitude. When we last saw Justin, this Oregon football team, they were in the Fiesta Bowl doing just this, running the football and winning football games, and it seems like they have gotten back up there in a hurry.
That's not what you expect to see out of DeAnthony Thomas, a 12-yard run. Now 1st and 10 from the 41. Play action, Mariota. And that pass is incomplete, low, intended for Keenan Lowe. Mark Helfrich, his first game as the head coach here for the Oregon Ducks. The offensive coordinator the last 4 years. And again, the big question is, how will this offense run comparable to last year or the previous 4 years?
Well, he insists, and those players as well. There's not much that's changing.
On 2nd and 10, the handoff to Thomas. And Thomas, another spin move, gets up to the 48-yard line, picks up 8, tackled by T.J. Lumar.
Just the same, a few different faces for this Oregon offense, but they're doing the same exact thing.
Up the middle again with Thomas, and Thomas moving the change, Cole Frazier. This is why you don't change many things if you're Oregon.
That's right. That's under Chip Kelly with Mark Helfrich, an Oregon boy through and through as the offensive coordinator. Now it's Scott Frost.
1st and 10, Mariota looking down the field, taking a shot down the sideline, overthrows his intended receiver, Daryl Hawkins.
Kind of thought you're going to have to hit here in a month or so.
2nd down and 10. It's Thomas again, and Thomas got hit hard that time. 6-yard run, Davin Bovee with the tackle.
With everybody, including us, talking about how small DeAnthony Thomas is, I think he's taken offense to it. He is running as hard as can be. Look at it.
Right now, DeAnthony Thomas gets dragged down. Another 1st down.
He's running the ball pretty well in between tackles.
Empty backfield as Marshall came in, split out wide. The pass complete. Braylon Addison breaks one, dives. Touchdown! Another touchdown drive in under 2 minutes. Already 14-0 in this game. Another good return.
About that last play by Braylon Addison. And James, you can appreciate this being a Southern guy. He gave that nickel defender a little shake and bake.
That's what they do, isn't it? But I feel for these defensive backs because, Brady, you look a couple plays prior and they run right by him. Mariota's off the mark. So you soften up the defense and you sit right down in front of them. Either way, it's a pretty easy touchdown, isn't it?
It is, and that's what you get with Oregon.
On 1st down, Hebert comes back to Marcus Washington, and Washington able to slip a tackle, get across the 40. Handoff to Washington up the middle, bounces off one.
Well, and here's Brian Jackson. Sat down with him yesterday, and look at the form. You talk about breaking down in open space. When you go against DeAnthony Thomas in practice every day, tackling a guy like Marcus Washington, who isn't bad, is really easy. Brian Washington, really a treat to listen to him talk ball yesterday afternoon.
2nd down and 3. Washington again. And Washington has the 1st down. Washington in motion. Hebert rolling out, throws on the run, incomplete as he throws it out. The pressure applied by Eric Armstead, a defensive tackle for this Oregon Ducks team, who is a high school All-American. He also plays on the basketball team here at Oregon. Pressure coming. Hebert steps up, gets rid of it, but also took a hit. And 10. Pressure coming again. Hebert goes down. DeForest Buckner was a sack. Braylon Addison calls for the fair catch, makes it at the 9. It's time for our KFC stat comparison. We look at a couple of receivers for this Oregon Ducks team. Josh Hoff, Braylon Addison, what they did last year. Addison already a touchdown here today.
Well, Frost telling us, Scott Frost, the offensive coordinator, Addison has had an unbelievable fall camp. And we saw him in action already. Unable to pull this one down low. One thing, though, when you look at those two, as we compare the receivers, Addison's a young guy. He's a sophomore. Makes a big flashy play. One thing that he can get more than anything from Josh Huff is the way they block down the football field. Very tough receivers.
2nd down and 10. That pass is incomplete. Mariota stepping up down the middle of the field, and that is complete to Josh Huff.
Expect to run with these speedsters that deep into the play.
Anthony Thomas gets shoved out of bounds.
He's right on the money.
1st and 10. It's the handoff to Thomas. Thomas to the outside, now cuts it back in, and Thomas has another 1st down. And we've got a flag here on 1st and 10. Oregon.
5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
So here's the big 3rd and 10, and here in the slot is Josh Huff. We just mentioned him and how well he blocks. Oh yeah, by the way, he can run too. Decent position against these speedsters in the hip pocket.
1st and 15, it's Thomas. Thomas cuts it back, and he'll walk into the end zone. 21 points here in the 1st quarter for Oregon. Anthony Thomas has 2 touchdown runs. A short kick taken at the 6. Tyler. And Tyler gets across the 20.
Guess who the receivers? First, watch Ryan Bruno here, too. Take the wrong angle. You think these backs are a little bit faster. They've seen all camp. Then stop it right there. Look at that. Braylon Addison, he just scored the big touchdown. There he is, getting it done to the very end of the play, knocking down the defensive back, knocking him out of bounds. What do they say around here? No block, no rock. It was reverse order. He got the rock, and he gave a block. Great job by the Soul.
1st down. Hebert loses the ball, and it looks like Oregon may have it.
Tuck that ball away. The guys in the white jerseys, especially Taylor Hart, a senior defensive end, they're going to go after that football. This is a team last year that forced 26 interceptions and 14 fumbles they recovered. Taylor Hart's got a motor, and he understands this game, and he can go after the ball and the tackle there. Big turnover for Oregon.
Wade Kele-Ikipi with a fumble recovery. So if you are Charlie Stubbs for Nicholls, you don't mind this being reviewed. Give your defense a chance to rest a little bit more.
Got to just try to keep
on
them
the field is confirmed.
They can do it.
Byron Marshall in on 1st down. Mariota rolling out to his right. And Mariota able to scramble to pick up a couple yards, chased out by TJ Lumar.
Get that corner turn.
2nd and 8. Mariota again, now flushed out. Mariota just throws it up.
You really think it when you see Mariota, baby-faced sophomore.
3rd and 8. The handoff is to Marshall. And Marshall nowhere to go. Ryan Bruno. And the kick is good. A 29-yard field goal for Alejandro Maldonado. And it's now 24-0 Oregon over Nicholls. Johnny Manziel did not play the 1st half against Rice. He came back. Texas A&M looked a lot better, obviously, with Manziel in that quarterback.
Well, Manziel and a guy who almost came to Eugene. Actually committed to these Oregon Ducks before changing his mind. Folks folks up here will tell you it's because Marcus Mariota was on his way.
And this one goes out of bounds.
Shocked me was the last series was that they passed on first down. They need to stick to the running game, churn up some of this clock, and have their offense help out their defense.
2nd and 7. Hebert with time, throws over the middle, incomplete, was looking for Damon Bolts, who got hit hard by Boseko Lokombo. Hebert, the pressure coming, gets rid of it to his receiver who's open, Marcus Washington, who has a first down across midfield. 1st and 10, the handoff is to Washington. And Washington, a good effort, picks up 2.
Oh, what a gorgeous couple days. Beautiful campus.
On 2nd and 8, Hebert going down the sideline was incomplete, was looking for Josh Hanberry. Down to 2. Hebert throws, completes the pass. Marcus Washington is back in. A chance for this crowd to make some noise for their defense. Hebert, pressure coming, completes the pass over the middle to his wide receiver, Brad Nelson. And that is a 4th down conversion. 10. Handoff Washington. Nice move, moves that pile.
This Washington, he belongs. That guy's a player.
2nd and 5. Hebert keeps it. Hebert slides and gets hit hard. There comes the flag. Terrence Mitchell. Hebert is still down.
Justin, they've got to throw him out.
The new rule coming in this year with targeting. Was it the crown of the helmet? Take a look.
Justin, the fact that he's sliding makes him
Personal
defenseless.
foul, targeting, hitting a defenseless player above the shoulder. Number 27 of the defense. Penalty will be half the distance to the goal. An automatic first down. Number 27 is disqualified for the rest of today's game.
So you just heard it right there. Targeting against Terrence Mitchell. He is now disqualified from this. Let's bring in Mike Pereira. Mike, this has been the talking point coming into this year, targeting. What did you see as the right call been made?
Well, that's the classic definition of targeting. Crown of the helmet, a player on the ground, hitting in the head or neck area. You know, the player's out for the rest of the game. If it would have happened in the second half, he'd be out for the first half of the next game. They had one just a bit ago in the Texas A&M game. I totally disagree with that, but they stayed with the targeting call, even with the review in replay. I think this is a rule, and they're in replay now looking at it, I'm sure, but this is a rule that's going to lead to some inconsistent calls.
And we can see right now, Bo Hebert is being looked at on the sideline by the training staff, hoping that he's okay. Kalen Henderson, the backup quarterback, he is now in again. As you just heard Mike said, they are reviewing this with the replays to see if the player Terrence Mitchell should be disqualified. Because you go to review, and the disqualification can be reversed.
There are a lot of times when you've got a 4-3 guy coming across the middle, and you yourself are a 4-4, 4-5 safety. And I just find it to be the hardest thing, the thought of pulling up. But in this situation, Terrence Mitchell has to come off of that. What if this were Stanford in the second half?
The review is complete. He has been disqualified. And now a flag comes flying in here on first down.
Ball start. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty.
First and 15. Henderson, he can run. Henderson now will run out of bounds. Wise move by him. Facing 2nd and 11. Quarterback draw. Kalen Henderson in the end zone. Touchdown. A flag on the play.
Offense, number 44. 10-yard penalty. Late second down.
Oregon Ducks uniforms. You freak out even if you are a senior, and here he is just trying to buy his quarterback a moment. An excellent play call by Charlie Stubbs. They bring the house, and there's nobody there. Guys in man coverage with their backs turned. This is an easy stroll for Kalen Henderson, and it's for
second down and 21. Henderson sets up the screen for Washington. And good job covering there was Troy Hill. Well, this first quarter will come to a close. The Oregon Ducks high-flying offense. They put 24 points on the board here in the first quarter.
Themselves in the process. You will. This is the University of Oregon.
Quarterback draw for Kalen Henderson. And Henderson gets up to the 18-yard line. Which is pretty much what you had expected coming in. From 35 yards out. And Dolan puts the Nicholls Colonels on the Marcus Mariota. A first-team All-Pac-12 quarterback last year.
You know, Justin, there's nobody there for that ball.
Kickoff out of bounds. Kicking team. 5-yard penalty will be enforced in the previous spot. There will be a re-kick.
Smart move by Oregon as well. Dolan this time kicking it away from Thomas. Keenan Lowe. And Lowe has some room down the sideline with some blockers. Lowe returns it all the way inside the 35-yard line.
It's that front line. Look at him, make sure the ball is kicked. They wouldn't have fallen for it. That's a well-coached special teams unit, not just up front, but it's pretty easy to coach guys that can flat-out fly like Keenan Lowe when you've got guys blocking for him up the field like that.
Byron Marshall in the backfield now for Oregon with John. Off splits out. Mariota rolling out to his right. Throws. Is it complete? It is.
Little extra cheer here for a Portland guy, local guy, and what a great job to focus. And it certainly looks like the left foot was down. They'll take another look at
it. This play was a completed pass. Yardage gain was deemed to be sufficient for a first down. The previous play is under review.
What do you think?
Well, I think it's a good job by a receiver who's covered. His quarterback's in trouble to come back and help him. It looks like, I don't know that he's got it.
No, watch the knee and the sideline. Oh, and watch where the knee is. I think he's out of bounds. I think it's an incomplete.
After review, to be determined that the pass was incomplete. The ball will be returned to the previous spot. It will be second down.
Player missing right now. It's a big lead right now, but in a tight game, that's going to hurt a team this year in college football.
On second down and 11, it's Marshall. And Marshall burst through with that speed up the 24-yard line. 3rd and 3. Mariota again to Marshall. And Marshall has the first down. Broke a tackle, but could not walk the tightrope.
Play action pass or misdirection.
Mariota, the pass to the end zone. And it's incomplete. Good hit by Byron Cobb to knock it out of the hands of Josh Huff.
A good, clean hit, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now you go play action pass, trying to pull everybody from the secondary, these backers up against the stop the run, doesn't happen.
Mariota again now forced down, being chased. Mariota has that speed, has a block. Touchdown. They were short a man.
Getting up to cruising altitude. See, these are the things, Justin.
And here comes the flag. Wogan's extra point splits the uprights. Oregon has 4 touchdowns and a field goal in a total of 7 minutes, 11 seconds. Nicholls has 3 points. on a 5:48 scoring drive. That's unbelievable.
I'll tell you what's unbelievable is that old phone, $62 million in renovation, all the technology, everything is modern and pretty as can be, and you still got the old red phone on the side.
Matt Logan kicks this one out of the end zone for a touchdown. On first down, little play action. Henderson rifles one to Marcus Washington, who gets upended. 2nd and 5. Mariota keeps it. Mariota with a 4-4 speed. Nobody's touching him. Touchdown. And in case you're wondering about quick strikes, how about 90 yards in 65 seconds? Earlier they went 90 yards in 86 seconds.
Well, this is Oregon offense to a T. The pace, they picked it back up. It had been dragging a little bit, both offensively and defensively. When you've got two guys that can commit on this zone option, on this zone read option, when you got two guys that commit defensively to the back, then they've got you. And Mariota's going to make them pay right here. Watch. You've got one body inside that's going to go. This linebacker has to stay out of the junk, has to keep himself free because they do such a good job of washing up front. And Mariota making them pay. The sophomore, we were wondering what he was going to do for an encore this year, and he's giving you a little taste here early on. You know, Justin, they've been working with Marcus. They're trying to find, give us a negative, anything. Well, maybe he's not vocal enough. Nice guy, quiet guy. Well, he can't slide, and he cannot slide. As good of an athlete as he is, they've sent him over to the baseball team. They don't want to get him banged up, but when you keep running scot-free to the end zone, you don't have to slide.
Tyler takes it at the 1. And Tyler, a good return, gets flipped over.
And it's so good to see this Oregon school taking care of their own people. Each hire from within there to the head coach.
The pitch to Washington. And Washington may have fumbled the ball, and let's see what we have here. The pylon, the scrum. And it will be Oregon football. Derek Malone recovers the football.
Not so sure his knees weren't down, and I sure hope for a guy who's fought so hard.
I think his knee was down. There's the knee down. Then the ball comes loose. I think this will be overturned again.
After review, the runner was down prior to losing possession. The ball will be returned to the offense. It will be 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
So like what Kalen Henderson brings to the offense here for Nicholls.
Absolutely. Look at him throw it in right here and bolt to a great target at receiver. And this is what he does. We've seen what he can do with his legs.
It is Washington on the carry, and he will get the first down.
I can't wait.
76, 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Until Jack Wood is finished. 1st and 15 now here for Nicholls. Henderson over the middle, completes to his receiver who took a big hit. Again laid by Locombo. Locombo, a 3rd-round pick in the CFL last year by British Columbia. He is from British Columbia. 2nd down and 11. Play clock down to 2. Henderson, 6 for 6, now 7 for 7, but look at that open field tackle. Henderson drops back, forced out of the pocket, he gets thrown to the ground. Ricky Havili Hemuli. Free use punt, Addison. From the 36, Addison getting to the outside, and he gets shoved out of bounds.
Well, under 2 minutes, that's their specialty, isn't it? A quick hit.
Thomas splits out. Mariota comes to Huff, and Huff tried to go forward, got shoved
Your
back.
buddies are. You got 10 buddies on the inside.
Oh, that's a dangerous pass, knocked in the air. Byron Cobb.
It's 38-3. They are playing hard, and this is fun to watch the Colonels right now. Look at it.
DeAnthony Thomas. DeAnthony Thomas gets gang tackled. A timeout taken by Oregon. Look at the day here for DeAnthony Thomas, and we still have a minute to go here in the first half. Thomas in the backfield, Mariota in the shotgun. Little play action. Mariota dancing around. Mariota still dancing. Down the sideline, incomplete to Huff. And a penalty flag comes flying in.
There were 2 flags thrown on the flag. The first flag was for a potential illegal touching. There is no foul for illegal touching. The receiver was forced out of bounds. Ineligible receiver downfield on the offense. That penalty will be declined. First down.
The first time the Oregon offense did not score. Henderson scrambling. Henderson will run out of bounds inside the 45. Henderson comes to Washington. Washington, a spin move. The handoff to Hilliard Jr. And Hilliard will get the first down. That'll stop the clock. We've talked about Johnny Manziel. He made his return to college football. Marcus Mariota. There is a connection between these two besides what they did on the field last year as redshirt freshmen.
Absolutely. They were both on their way to Eugene. Johnny Manziel had committed. There are pictures of him all over the internet with his Ducks gear on from his visit up here. Manziel backs out, ends up there with Kevin Sumlin in College Station. The rest is history there. Freshman winning the Heisman Trophy, and Marcus Mariota has done his thing as well. And remember, not playing a lot there late in the games last year, and those numbers are very, very close. This will be a fun year to watch both of those guys.